Hey, Francis Ford Coppola, your film still sucks. Did you see today, guys, that it won Megalopolis or lost? Whichever way you want to look at it. The worst director of 2024 at the Razzies. Now, the Razzies, we make fun of quite a bit here at MMT. They honor the worst in film, and often they just go for the headlines. They go for a way to get their name out there by picking films that don't really deserve it, or there's films that are way worse that should have been nominated /won/lost, right? But in this case, Megalopolis is deserving of everything it receives on the end of it being one of the worst films ever made. This is a train wreck across every level, right? There's not a single element of Megalopolis that pops. Not the screenplay, not the performances, not the cinematography, the score, the direction. This is a $120 million wastebasket. And as such, it deserves to be named Worst Director of the Year. And we're going to get into Francis Ford Coppola talking about why he is proud of the film. But I can tell you guys, we're not having it. He needs to cope. This is an absolute massive L for him. But you can see here, Hollywood Reporter, a scathing response Coppola gives to the worst director trophy that he won for Megalopolis. Let's read the Instagram caption here. You can see it there on the screen. This is my first time reading it through, so this is fresh to me. If you haven't read it yet, get ready. I'm going to see if I can nail this first take right here on MMT Updates. We'll be posting more of these as stories warrant breaking in and posting a short little video for you guys to watch. We're doing it live, but you're just not watching it live. But trust me, it's live. I am thrilled to accept the Razzie Award in so many important categories for Megalopolis, and for the distinctive honor of being nominated as the worst director, worst screenplay, and worst picture at a time when so few have the courage to go against the prevailing trends of contemporary movie making. Yeah, I mean, that part we can get behind. But, Francis, you got to make a good film. This is a $120 million pile of trash. Again, nothing good here. Not one element. Not one thing. So he's thinking, oh, well, I made a piece of art. Man, listen, even subjectively, this is garbage, okay? And anyone defending this film, your reputation's over. There's no defending it. Remember we talked about Justin Chang, who is the Pulitzer Prize winning critic. I think he writes The New Yorker now, but he recommended you see the film twice. Like, what? Do you want people to be tortured twice? You have Pulitzer Prize? That's grounds for taking that thing away. Oh, my God. To say that this is a great film and you need to watch it twice? That's insanity. Okay? Utter insanity. We continue. In this wreck of a world today, well, we can agree on that, where art is given scores as if it were professional wrestling, I chose to not follow the gutless rules laid down by an industry so terrified of risk that despite the enormous pool of young talent at its disposal, may not create pictures that will be relevant and alive 50 years from now. Well, this isn't going to be. What? Is he insane? I mean, seriously. We've seen so many directors lose their fastball as they age. And recently, look no further than Ridley Scott with Gladiator 2, right? Go back to Ferrari, Michael Mann. These are bad films, and the direction is not there anymore. I've said it a million times, guys. I don't care what you do. If you get to be 75, 80, 85, you're not going to be the same as you were when you were 30, 40, 50, whatever. Man, up to a certain age, and then it all goes. The faculties go, the patience goes. And you can see that with Scott in Gladiator 2. Remember, the cinematographer's like, oh, he just comes on the set and says, this is good. Like, we don't even take any time. We're not even ready for the shot. Oh, that's fine. Move on. Moving along. So, this is another case of that, right? One of the few that has not is Scorsese. But when you look at Coppola in this film, it's gone. I mean, the fact that he even is throwing out a line that, hey, in 50 years, no one will remember these movies, but in mine they might. What, for being literally, again, the cinematic disaster that it is? What an honor to stand alongside a great and courageous filmmaker like Jacques, who improvised himself completely to make one of cinema's most beloved failures. impoverished. This is what happens when you do a cold read. Playtime, my sincere thanks to my brilliant colleagues who joined me to make our work of art Megalopolis. And let us remind ourselves the box office is only about money, and like war, stupidity, and politics has no place in our future. Your film sucks. Dude, are you kidding me? This, guys, this isn't funny. Like this, it's one thing to defend something that maybe has some qualities worth defending. Megalopolis has nothing, not one element, again, for the third time, that warrants consideration as even good, let alone great or elite. You look at the box office. Let's just look at that. I mean, just for fun, because he did mention box office. Look at this. 14.3 million worldwide. $120 million he spent of his own money. Again, burn it. Just lit it on fire. Because this is a complete waste of film, time, energy, everything. This is, go back to my reaction stream. You can find it on Midnight Movie Talk. Just search Megalopolis, not Megaflopolis, although we do certainly call it both things. And you'll see everything I had to say that night coming out of the theater. But I do distinctly remember this. I have never seen a film as bad and as unwarranted to be on IMAX as Megalopolis. When I sat there in the IMAX theater at AMC Burbank, I'm like, what? How is this on IMAX? So listen, as much as Francis has a point that, yes, art is to be celebrated, Megalopolis, as it exists, as it was shot, as it was finished and presented to us, and we were forced to suffer through, this is not anything to defend. And Coppola, take the L, cope, because Megalopolis will go down as one of the worst films ever made.